Ba-da-dow. 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 Great morning, ATL in the whole wide world. I asked for it. I got it. Didn't want it that way, but I got it. You know what it is. It's your new morning fix. The morning coffee swig. Jason Carey, Steph Teller, ATL next 100. To business we get. Great morning, Steph.
Great morning. Hey, J1. Hey, you can't be just like switching up these morning greetings because they kind of catch me off guard, buddy.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the plan. That was the plan. They had to throw them off. We got to get them a little jolt. Hit them with a jolt. Okay. I feel like it's somebody's birthday this morning.
I'm celebrating
so,
then.
How was your money making Monday? How was your money making Monday?
I made some money.
Did you?
I made some
Let me hold some.
Yeah.
Let me hold a shilling or something. I need a shilling.
$8.
That's probably not enough for us to But if it was my last $8, Steph, I would let you hold 2.
I would give you at least 3.
At least 3? Okay.
Maybe
you had the one up.
4. I'll probably give you 4.
I don't know. You got a son. You might not give me 4.
You know.
You got a son. This should last $8.
Things come in and we know our children. So when we know our children, we know who going. If I give Marlon $4, I'm liable to get back $27.
You think so?
Give Jason, if I give Jason $4,
oh, buddy,
back. Right. So that's why
go down.
I choose wisely. It's my motherly instinct.
Okay. All right. So yesterday was what? It was Monday. Monday is always so busy. You know what I mean? Monday is awesome. It's recording day. It was good to get back to that with Minds and Mischief. We've been off like for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks. We haven't recorded in 2 weeks because of the holiday, and I was in Richmond, so it's like those two weeks no recording. People was like, "Oh my God, where are you guys?" I was like, "Listen, it's only 2 Mondays. That's it. Wasn't that long. Calm down. That's all. We'll be back.
Sweet.
We'll be back. Yeah. I guess.
Oh, well, check this out. I forgot about this. So when we got off air yesterday, right? I went to my family's house, and we had brunch, mimosas, and we threw darts, we played games.
Oh, a lot of the things that we were talking about.
Early at 1.
It was 1 o'clock?
And then it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like brunch.
Was it just random? It was like this. It's not planned.
Random. And no, I don't know why.
Steph have random dart brunches. This is very weird. It's very weird.
Who would put that together like that? Like, oh yeah. But
random.
Yeah. We were throwing darts and it was so much fun. The real question is, why do I have dart boards in my car? Why do I have like Scrabble games and dart boards and all kind of stuff in my car? Is beyond me.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me so about.
I can agree that having maybe a Scrabble board may be normal. Having a dart board in your car is definitely abnormal. I hope all you male suitors, I hope y'all are listening to this young lady in the morning. She be telling you all sorts of stuff.
I really do.
You show up very uninteresting. It's gonna be a problem. I'm trying to tell you. She tried to tell you. You got a dartboard in the car.
In the car.
Not normal.
And then it ain't even the one with the point. It's the one with the magnet. So it's
cool.
Safe. We can play it indoors. You gotta worry about messing up your stuff. Because my cousin was just like, no darts being thrown up in here.
You said, hey, it's a magnet.
Yeah, and you can still hang it on the wall.
It's just Yeah.
It was so much fun.
A lot of fun.
Sorry, had to throw that out there. It was so much fun, y'all. You can't find that to do.
I have
You
been
should watch the show.
suit shopping. I like in my head. I haven't bought anything, but it's like 3 suits that I want real bad, like different colors, and I just gotta find the right cut, and find the right place to get it from. But I'm working on it. Cause it's gotta give me a couple more winter suits. It's about to get, the winter's gonna come, and I gotta give me a couple more winter suits. Pull out the ones I got. Come on, man. It's time to shine up.
The season is definitely
Y'all don't be
changing.
thinking like this.
I will say that. The season is definitely
But fellas don't be thinking like this. I be trying to tell it's fellas that don't wear suits and stuff. They don't understand. There's a winter suit. There's a fall suit.
Oh.
There's summer suits. There's spring suits. There's colors that you got to wear different times. It's very
when we ask them why
specific.
You got this corduroy suit on.
In June.
Only. In June.
You got it on in June, sir. How do you have it on? I'm hot for you.
About in June.
Real. But anyway, let's get into what we got to do. We got to do these little bit of news. Get into a swig of news. What you got for me this morning, Steph?
Child, it's going down everywhere.
It's going down.
You remember last week we were talking about Oregon and how it was like the wildfires was just taking over. So within that week's worth of time, the wildfires took out at least 100,000 acres.
Jesus Christ.
Like how?
100,000 acres?
But I mean, well, it's a week. So, at the end of the day, and it's a fire. And it's an untamed, can't be contained fire. Right now, the death toll is steady rising in Oregon, which is terrible. And I feel so bad for that because they're looking for bodies. At this point, they're not even looking for people. They're looking for bodies. And like I said, a lot of people are looking for their loved ones. They're looking, and then the actual, the workers are there looking for bodies. And they saying that this is a mass fatality, and that the search for bodies is probably one of the most heart-wrenching jobs that they had to perform. So I've read a lot of different articles, and the people are just like mortified as to what's going on. And then this is the thing: we got to rebuild back on top of Oregon with all these souls underneath it. Yeah, like that's where my mind goes, because right now if you're saying we're searching for bodies, okay, if you don't find all of them, they somewhere.
They
you heard me? They ain't just done dissipated. They somewhere. They're here. But of course they're gonna be built on top of. That's the crazy part. And I feel so bad for New Orleans. They're getting the worst end of everything right now. Hurricane Sally is a Category 2 storm that is aimed at the U.S. right now. Supposedly it's gonna landfall in like Alabama. So like from Alabama to Louisiana, all of them are urged to y'all need to evacuate now, because when it hit,
ain't nothing we can do about it.
Ain't nothing we can do about it. And the good thing about it, like New Orleans, they done already started shorting the floodgates. So New Orleans ain't really trying to, we ain't trying to catch the worst impact of it. We know we're going to take a hit. We know it's going to be terrible, but we can't afford to not protect ourselves by no means. They've already shut their floodgates, because you're talking about 6 to 9 feet of water. Dude, it ain't that many 6 feet people walking around. Let alone anything above that. It ain't that many 5-foot people walking around. Yeah, 6 to 9 feet of water. Come on now, we walking in that.
What's the name of it? Hurricane Sally?
Yeah, this is Hurricane Sally. That
Jesus,
also
we all the way up to S.
could turn into a tornado. Yeah, we all
Oh,
went up
the
to S.
S.
And the crazy part
That's
about
fine.
it is like, well, what do we do when we get to Z? Spin the block. Start back with the
Yeah,
A.
you back hey.
Start
But
back
all the
with
way to
the
S, that's a lot of storms because they name them all, but all of them don't hit land. But S, okay.
Yeah.
Hurricane Sally.
Hurricane Sally is going 145 miles per hour when it hit Biloxi, Mississippi. Biloxi, Mississippi would probably catch it. One of the worst. One of the worst parts is Biloxi, Mississippi right now because it's going to hit at 145. That's some strong wind. I don't know what they thinking, but I'm telling you now, that's some strong wind. Them people say evacuate and it's time to go. It's time to go. We ain't got nothing. We don't have anything to negotiate about. We don't have anything to talk about. Whatever we need to talk about, we can talk about that another time.
On the go.
All right, so P Valley came on, had another episode to come on Sunday night, as well as the new season of Power. Many people are not talking about the new Power season. Don't know why many people aren't discussing the new season because I actually like it. Y'all know I don't watch television, but I do watch like different shows if I can get into them, like Insecure and She's Gotta Have It and Power, and this the new one, P Valley. I absolutely like those shows. I like all of them. Everyone I just named, I like all of them. So
I am behind. Was it two episodes in? So I need to.
Which one, P Valley?
I need to get a Power. No, Power.
Oh, Power.
Didn't really. Yeah, didn't really. I've seen. I'm aware of P Valley, and I know, but I haven't really watched P Valley.
Why?
Probably not gonna.
I'm saying though, like why?
I'm not interested, really.
Why aren't you interested?
I'm just not. There's nothing. Nothing's driving me to watch it.
I just want to get down to the bottom of it.
Everybody else is watching it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not driven to watch it.
Yeah, look, we'll do that too. We'll slow down. Like, all right, if everybody watching it, I'm definitely not watching it. I ain't watching it.
Yeah. I don't know. I am not. If I watch it, I'll watch it on my own. I want to watch. If everybody's watching it, I don't go. Hey, I'm gonna watch it too.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I watch. This is the thing. Sometimes I watch things because of the industry I'm in, and we gotta be aware of pop culture. So sometimes I watch things for that reason. That'd be probably the only reason why I watch P Valley, so I can talk intelligently about it. Carry on.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. That's pretty okay.
Carry on.
But I really do like that. I really like both of those shows. All right, moving on to another show, a whole show, if I will. So Tamar Braxton and Vince, and this boyfriend Andrew. This thing. And I'm gonna throw this out there. It's messy, but if you know Tamar, then you already think whatever happened, she did it.
What?
Yeah, because Tamar is just like, I'm sorry, Tamar messy, and she does a lot of like selfish things. So you will automatically, whatever happened, she did it. But in this case, it's not that. Somebody called me yesterday, was like, girl, you got to do the story on this, and how do you feel about it? I'm just like, I don't even know about it. So Tamar Braxton's ex-husband, Vince Herbert, y'all know him. He write for Lady Gaga and some other really famous people, and he's the manager of Toni Braxton, which is Tamar Braxton's sister. And he's also responsible for putting Tamar Braxton on. So he and Adafiso, I think that's his name. It's a weird kind of name. I think it's Nigerian or something. But he is in alleged text messages. He says, "Hey, yo, we're not friends. We would never be friends after hearing how you treated Tamar. So Vince is actually Team Tamar in this instance. So basically, the new boyfriend is say, "Hey Vince, it ain't no need for you after you come to get the rest of your things. There's no need for you to contact Tamar or your son anymore. I'm in the picture. This is my family now, not your family. So we need you to back up.
That was his answer?
No, that's what he told Vince. But this is my thing. First of all, it's an array of stuff that's going on. Only a certain, a few pieces hit, like Shade Room and Instagram. But at one instance, he told him, like, this is my family now, Vince. Bye. You ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over here. This ain't none of your business. Come get your
How do you feel about that?
We're going to pack your stuff up neatly, and we're going to put it somewhere where you can come and get it.
The word is, homie, hit her, right?
Yeah.
The word is
he's
okay.
over there beating her. It sounds like
that's what I mean. He say he beating her up, and so now he's saying, "This is my family."
A murder side. Yeah. He was saying it's going to end in a domestic murder suicide, which means I'll kill you and everybody in the house. I'm gonna kill me too.
Wait, he said that?
Yes, he did.
All right. Nut job alert. Crazy boy on the loose. I need y'all to go and pick him up. He done said it because that just happened recently. The dude threatened to kill the wife on Twitter or something.
And did.
He said, "I will kill your sister." And then he did it.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, bad. It was a pastor or something that did that. So, hey, when somebody tell you that, stop taking it light. Stop taking it light. When dudes talking about they gonna kill somebody, especially when they talking about they gonna kill their wife or spouse or girlfriend or something. Stop taking it light.
His exact words was, "After I make sure Tamar and Logan's belongings are cleared out of your home, there is no need to contact you, nor for you to ever contact Logan. I trust that you will have her watch that's in your car, various boxes in Logan's room, and everything else packed neatly so that we can have this done privately and quickly." And also, when he did attempt to so-called kill her, he threatened her to say that we're going to end up in a murder-suicide.
Wait. All right, because you mixed two tweets. Because one of them was a message. Because one was Vince. Vince said, would pick up the stuff.
No.
Yeah.
That
was his text.
No, that ain't Vince.
Crazy dude said he was coming to pick up the stuff.
Yeah. And no need for you to contact Logan and Shorty no more, unless I'm getting that misconstrued.
Yeah, Vince. I believe it was the ex-husband that told him that we ain't friends.
Okay, so no,
that's what I read.
We are not friends, and we would never be after hearing how you treated Tamar on Sunday. My
Correct.
conversation with you yesterday was respectful and honest, and you never mentioned what you said to her, how you threatened her, and then called the police on her as if it wasn't you on the tape that I heard threatening to kill Logan's mother. And
there it is.
And he came back and was just like, at first, you was a cheerleader. No, he said, at first I was a cheerleader for you too. I'm disappointed and disgusted for a man to talk to any female the way you talk to someone you say you love. So, like, I don't know. This is messy, Chad. This is messy. First of all, why they leaking the video? I mean, why they leaking...
that's what I'm saying. Who put this out? Who is the mess? Who is the messy boots? Who is putting it out? Which one of y'all is doing all the posting and the tweeting and the sending and the posting?
You warm my heart when you say messy boots. I didn't hear anything else about that.
Well, speaking of messy boots, we gotta get into the muck a little bit now. We gotta take a break. That is your. Stay around. We'll come back with Top Swigs, Top Out.
There you go.
It's the ATL Podcast Network.
No, it's not. Going up on a Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the color she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl Got your girl in the color she choose. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the color she choose.
Squad going up. Nobody flipping now. I just did 3 in a row. Them shows is back to back to back now. Put the world on a sound. You know party in the weekend. Ain't got no mother time. The party on the weekend. Tell Jello bring the juice. We about to get lit. I fill the room up with some things. One night off and this is it. Always working OT. Overtime and not all time. It's crazy back home. It kills me that I'm not around. I think we getting too deep. I'm talking might be too true. Upstairs I got in an Advil bottle. I don't take it, but you do. So I got them for you. I don't need the pills. I'm just gonna have another drink. And when I'm putting working on the weekend, I look back on this and think how we at the club going up
on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Working Monday night on the corner flipping. Made at least 3,000 on the boulevard. I've been working graveyard shifts every other weekend. Ain't got no time to party on the weekend. I've been flipping in the house, making jugs on the highway. I've been riding out of state, making money like my way. I don't think that I should dance. I'm just gonna have another drink. I'm doing my stance. You know my Molly pink. I got the loudest of the loud. You know my gas stink. My P.O. think I'm in the house. Don't give a damn about what she think. Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing. Yeah. Alright, J.I.D. and y'all need to lay off the drugs. Some of y'all need to lay off the dope. My getting it straight off the boat. Pure cup, put it straight to your nose. I ain't nosy, but I know what I know. Mr. Know-It-All, oh here you go. I'm the GOAT, I never go with the flow. Throwing shots, boys, blow for a blow. I'm the hit the dough with the dough. I'm the hoe of the hoe. I'm the lit the blunt with the blunt. I'ma get it cause I want what I want. I'ma say the again and again. I'ma go and put to an end. I'm the six with the pencil with pen. Hit the blunt and mix the hand with the weight. I'ma go ahead and lay off the sands. I'ma fall back sipping the lean. I gotta make sure my vision is clear. Oh God knows not what it seems. 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you know me. You don't want smoke, so what it's gonna be? Gotta watch what you say when you looking at me. Looking at God, looking for leaders, looking for keys. Look at the pain in your eye. Look where we been. Look at our wins, look at our sins, and look at our skin. I've been on no frenzy, been trying to give me a Benz. And your fuzzy lens won't fuck up the ends. Oh God
my friends. Lord forgive me, yeah, I need to repent. My blood need to lay off the drugs. Yeah, God ain't praying enough. Down, we ain't saying enough. Cops fire, stockpiling, rock wild, and tell my little lay off the stuff. Ronald Reagan, I can't think I'm enough. Nah, I'm playing racist. So my if he left a pack of sports around me, I'ma take them and throw them away. You smoke them around me, I'ma break them. And we almost got in the fight, and I'm talking about dead finna fade it. But maybe I did too much. Get I love my I'ma save it. And he probably thinking I'm a player, hater. I don't hate a player. I just need all my to wake up and take a real good look. We a long way from the cater. Long days still ahead of us. Wrong days still scared of us. I'm just working my incredibles. Stick my in the inevitable. So whatever happened, cinematic scenes of the father. I'm a addict. Understand addiction, so I'm sympathetic. But I know that I gotta be strong. I ain't trying to be where I don't belong. Little syrup sipping out of a phone. Little powder put the pot in the bone. I ain't tripping, I ain't saying it's wrong. But it's a month we be on. Brazil.
They need it.
Yeah.
You know, the old people, and that's where you get blessed.
Yeah.
Bless come to you. People don't know. Bless you can see it, but he come depend what where you do to people. That's where bless coming. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You see, you can see that. Look at that. Look at our first President Reagan dead. You don't know him, right?
Yeah, I did.
But okay, he was a criminal. You know what I mean? But look at Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter more older than Reagan. Reagan gone already. Carter is still here.
A good person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he got an open heart.
Yeah.
He never do war when he was president. He never hurt nobody. He helped people.
You know what it is. Welcome back to the Morning Coffee Swig. Jason Carey, Steph Teller. That JID record, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good record. And it had some build to it. And there were a lot of words in that verse. Speaking of words, we speak for a living, we talk for a living. And I'm a lover of words, so I like to give you guys a word of a day. And today's word is an adjective. Sisyphean. Sisyphean. Syphean. Sisyphean. Of relating to or suggestive of the labors of Sisyphus. Specifically requiring continual and often ineffective effort. I knew it. I knew it. Gotta clear that up. Sisyphus was a king who annoyed the gods with his trickery. As a consequence, he was condemned for eternity to roll a huge rock up a long, steep hill in the underworld, only to watch it roll back down. The story of Sisyphus is often told in conjunction with that of Tantalus, who was condemned to stand beneath fruit-laden boughs up to his chin in water. Whenever he bent his head to drink, the water receded. And whenever he reached for the fruit, the branches moved beyond his grasp. Thus, to tantalize is to tease or torment by offering something desirable but keeping it out of reach. And something Sisyphean demands unending, thankless, and ultimately unsuccessful efforts.
Wait a minute, what was that first word? Syphilis? Sisyphus?
What? Sisyphean?
Sisyphean means to...
Yeah,
right?
Well, tantalize. Tantalize is to tease or torment by offering something desirable, but keeping it out of reach. Then something Sisyphean demands unending, thankless, and ultimately unsuccessful efforts. So it's like a dude keep trying to holler at you and never ever gonna get it. This is Sisyphean efforts. That's what it's saying. It's Sisyphean task of trying to holler, because you ain't gonna never get it. Beat it, son. Sisyphean. Let's put it in a sentence. I felt stuck in a Sisyphean loop, writing the same press release over and over. Even more, I was tired of promoting other people's creations instead of creating something myself.
Ooh.
Stuck in a Sisyphean loop. In Beirut, balconies are the only spaces in public view that residents can make theirs. Furniture is displayed, a bird cage is suspended, plants are meticulously arranged and watered. Everything is kept clean in a Sisyphean battle against the dust. Oh man, I've been in one of those, a Sisyphean battle against the dust, because it's just gonna come. It's just gonna be dusted. It don't matter. You clean it up, dust. Sisyphean loop of washing your car before you go drive in the rain. Sisyphean. So now I'm gonna put y'all on to some words. I want y'all to, I don't know if y'all gonna use this in your everyday life. Whatever. I hope you do. We motivate you guys to do that. Speaking of motivation, let's get motivated, Steph.
Good morning, family and friends. I know many of you are looking for that morning motivational starter pack to get you up, prepared, and ready to take on this day. Well, as I tell you guys each and every day, there's a hero that lives inside of you. Someone who's special, someone who wants you to do something great with your life, someone who wants you to do creative work, someone who wants you to be the change in the world that you wish to see today, and that you can never be too distracted that you forget who you truly are, because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You.
Because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. So we were talking yesterday about, expanding your lifestyle and living your best life, and what that actually means in this present moment, what that means for self-care, what that means for you being courageous, and what that also means is for you not to worry about the outside opinions, and to pay attention to the right things, which would be your life. All right, so today I got two things. One, the power of imagination is what makes life infinite. It makes us feel infinite. What are you doing that, for certain things to strike your imagination or trigger you to say, you know what, I want to do something different. I want to do something meaningful. I want to do something purposeful. I want to do something that feels so right to me that I'm going to start creating, a way for me to be able to do it. Is there anything in your lifestyle or your environment or the people that you converse with on a day-to-day basis? Is there anybody or anything around you that is fueling you in that direction of living a more fruitful life, living a better life, living a life where you actually feel like you're living and not just existing? I don't want to just sit here and coexist with nobody. I don't want to sit here and look in each other's face every day and we people watch, and then we discuss what everybody doing, but we ain't discussing what we doing. 20-second timeout, tech, whatever, however you want to call it. I can't do it. I don't know how y'all can, if that's something that you're doing, but try to get out of that. Use that shovel to dig your way up out of that. Dig your way, or if you cannot get it from the people that you're around or the environment in which you're in, you have to create it. That's where I'm going with this. You have to create it. Use your imagination. Can I do this? What I see people do? Yeah, probably not on their magnitude. Probably I can't do it in the class that they do it on, but I can do it in my area. I can work my own area, and that's personal for me, and I can enjoy it myself. It don't have to be to the standards that you feel like other people are on, or to the standards where people would respect it better or respect you better. Child, you better go do it anyway. If you got to go, listen, put you first. Regardless of what everybody else got going on in life. If you put you first, none of this would even be part of a conversation. You see what I'm saying? None of it would be part of a conversation. Somebody would just be able to pour into you and say, hey, you need to start living life a little bit more. You need to get around people that also living life, their own life, not worrying about yours, living their own life. Because like-minded individuals, iron sharpens iron, you get together and y'all have a dynamic time. You ain't got to worry about nobody saying, why we going camping? Or why do you want to have mimosas? Or why are we going out for drinks? Why are we having lunch, today? And, you ain't got to worry about why people are not going with the flow when they live in life as well. Because I'm not pulling teeth with nobody and re-asking nobody. If I want to get on the road and drive to the beach, I'm driving to the beach. If I want to get on the flight and I want to fly out, I'm flying out. Even if I have to go by myself. Half in which I'm just now getting comfortable with, like, filming or documenting. And the only reason why I'm doing it right now is because I'm creating that level of experience that I get for someone else to see. I know her. I know where she come from. I'm going to ask her, how did she go there? And I'm creating that avenue. And as Chloe, y'all know, I'm private. All the great things happen to me offline. I don't put my business online. I'm starting to be able to open up and say, hey, this is what I've experienced. Because so many people are reaching out. Because you guys are deprived. You guys are not living the life that you want to live. And if I have to be the one to say that you can do it and this is how you do it, even if you have to go by yourself, I'll be that sacrifice. Because you got to put you first. Stop putting yourself last. Don't ever do that no more. If nobody has ever told you before, don't ever put yourself last no more. After today, after this moment, after listening to me, don't put yourself last no more. If you want to do something, you don't need a crowd to do it. You can do it because you thought about it. Is you use your imagination as to what you can do, and you're making it happen. Our imaginations is what makes us infinite. It's what makes us great. It's what makes us live a fulfilling life. Like, it makes you happy. I can't run around here smiling, for what somebody else got going on. It just don't work for me. It'll never do that. I can't sit online and watch people's lifestyles tantalize me. That's not going to work. I have to go out there and get that. I want some of that life. I'm going to go get it. I ain't got to have a $2 in my pocket. If I can make some sandwiches at home, the sandwiches coming with me. I eat them sandwiches when I get there. Because I respect me enough to not worry about nobody else. No opinion and none of that. I ain't looking for the attention. I don't need that. I need the respect. I don't need the attention. Because I keep telling y'all, the respect lasts longer, not the attention. So you cannot do stuff thinking that people respect you for not doing it all you want to. How's that working out for you? Because they're going to talk about you either way it goes. But how's that particular way working out for you? It's not. And you know it's not. And you have a choice. And you have a choice to live your life in totality and be different and have a wonderful time in this present moment. During this one life that you only get to live, this one life, the one way in and one way out I be talking about, this one life, yeah. What are you going to do? Barbecue meal do. If my words falling on deaf ears, just say that. I know a little bit of sign language, just say that. Because if you don't want to live, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to stop saying it. I'm not going to stop trying. Because one thing I know for sure is that I'm thankful, and my level of gratitude has taught me to be able to show other people a different way and be positive and try to erase some negative thoughts and instill some positive energy and give people kindness and give people, love from me, and that's genuine. I don't need attention for that. Respect, not attention. I don't need a kudos, a clap. I don't need any of that. It comes from me. That's my purpose. Even if I made the job up, God probably like, I did not get her that job. She crazy as the best of bug. I don't know who told her she could do it. I did. Crazy enough, as crazy as I am, I'm crazy enough to think that I could actually do that. I think I'm doing a great job at it. So, time is limited. And think about how you live in your life, and is it something that you can change for you to be able to live a more fulfilling lifestyle? And that is your word for the day, because I use it, I think, oh no, I didn't. I didn't use it for the day. But that is your morning motivation starter pack from your girl, Steph, this morning. Live your life.
To all my dreamers that still believe in dream the way that I believe in dreams, continue to chase your dreams and chase your dreams until you get tired. And when you get tired of chasing your dreams, you chase them some more, and some more. And if you're scared to do it anyway.
And other random, yeah. You know what it is. Great morning, ATL, and happy Taco Tuesday. I don't know if you want that here. I don't know if you want to hear it in this manner. But anyway, it is Taco Tuesday. Currently 73 degrees. Weather is going to do some weird things today. The temperature is going to dip. And then over the next couple of hours, then back up by lunch. Temperature is going to be perfect today. 78 degrees and super cloudy today with about 90% chance of rain and not a sun ray in sight. So doom and gloom, ATL. Doom and gloom. Now you might want to stop here. Now our random city weather report comes from Fingerville, South Carolina. Fingerville, South Carolina. She took me to Funky Town, so I introduced her to Fingerville. Currently 66 degrees, headed to 69 degrees, that is. God. As the old finger warms up, sunshine will climax at 77 degrees. So it's going to feel amazing, as Fingerville should. So bang, bang, South Carolina. Bang, bang. And that is your ATL and a random weather report. Hey, man, it's a segment created and brought to you by the Morning Coffee Swig. If you hear it anywhere else, they copy that shit. Welcome to Fingerville.
No, not welcome. Nobody. So, no, Fingerville. What?
As the old finger warms it up.
Yeah, okay. This.
What?
It was nice being on air trying to motivate y'all in the morning for the morning motivation starter pack. And if y'all don't ever see me again, thanks a lot. Bye.
I'm just talking about South Carolina.
Fingerville, South Carolina.
That is.
See, it don't sound good for me to say it. I'm from Fingerville, South Carolina. It's gonna be hot and warm out here today.
Anyway,
it's 68 degrees, but it's gonna be more closer to 69.
Oh my God!
If you want to come on down here to Fingerville, I feel like you got to talk like that.
So listen, I got some random facts for you today.
Oh, please tell us. I used one of your random facts. Hold on, I used the bear and the polar bear.
A grizzly bear?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Came up a conversation.
It did.
Randomly.
Because I was in the woods. I was like, what's with
It was like, they were like, what?
Yeah,
Grizzly
like,
bear.
oh, it's the black bear, and then it's the grizzly bear, and then it's the polar bear, and then they get together, and they bang, 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 and then boom, they come out of grizzly bear. Like, it's so cute, it goes over you to see it, like doing the most.
Oh, you definitely did the most.
Yeah.
All right. So, I always got a bunch of them. So here's a random fact for those who are not meat eaters and are meat eaters. A cow bison hybrid is called a beefalo. A cow bison hybrid is called a beefalo, and you can buy its meat in at least 21 states. They actually sell beefalo meat. So now, I watch you. I'm sure you want to know what states, huh? All right.
Yeah.
21 states you can buy beefalo meat and taste it. I don't know. I don't know which states are. I had to get back to y'all on that because I don't know which one it is, but it's real talk. So beefalo meat.
It's disgusting because I've seen some buffalo bison's bulls.
I told you ain't no S on it. All right. So lastly, you know how people want you got to simulate things like you got crash test dummies. Um, you test things in a lab. You might get a rat or whatever. And say, all right, we're gonna test this on the rat and see what happens to the rat before we get to human trials. Well, Samsung tested its phone durability with a butt-shaped robot. That's right. They test the durability of their phone with a butt-shaped robot to, I guess, simulate you sitting on your phone and see if it'll last. Butt-shaped robot. So somebody had to design and build a mechanical booty. I just want to put that out there. That was somebody's job. To build, design, and build a mechanical booty.
You know how many
things
they had to look at to get the right?
Exactly. It's like, because you had to get the shapes of booties and be like, well, who booty is it? Because our customer is 18 to 45. At 18 to 45, the average booty looks like this. It has the girth of this. It weighs this.
Oh,
wait. What race culture buys more of our phones? So that's gonna be a long butt. I need a long. Give me the long butt plate over there. I'm gonna add a long butt, and the slit is too wide. Okay.
Okay, no. We so far into this random thought. No, I don't even know if they went this far. No.
I'm trying to tell you. No. I just want to be there in the booty fabrication. I want to be there as they design. I want to see. No. I want the conversation, the circumference. I want to see the equation of a booty. There is an equation for a booty now. I want to see it. I'm interested. Such a nerd. All right, man. That's all your random facts for the day. I don't know what you can do with it. Go think about mechanical booties as we take a break. We'll be back. It's the Morning Call with Swig. Hey, give me this long booty plate, please.
Oh, no. Oh, this my jam.
Don't take no offense, but you my
You my
yeah. You gon' fuck every time I that's why I ball when I spoil you. We was in Miami. First time I saw you, I wasn't a fan of when I put up on you. It was late nights in the bando. You good, got you bustin' like you Rambo. And you keep it hood so you really understand. Oh, you was there through my ups and downs like a camel. Tough facts, said she get it from her mama. She just want the money, she ain't with no bloggers. You want a PJ the whole way to the Bahamas. Gucci Valentino, baby, I could be your stylist. Your friend, yeah, you was wildin'. 1942 shots, turn you to a monster. Thuggin' like you Tupac, you know that I got you. Love the way you ride and move the hits like you Rihanna. I was supposed to hit, I was never supposed to cuff you. Put you on my homie, cause he said he wanna. When he asked me about you, I just told him that I want you. But now it's quiet for you, cause I told him that I love you. You gon' fall through every time I call you. That's why I ball how I ball when I spoil you. We was in Miami, first time I saw you. I wasn't a fan of when I put up on you. It was late nights in the bando. You good, got you bustin' like you Rambo. And you keep it hood so you really understand. Oh, you was there through my ups and downs like a camel. I was locked up, I remember when I hit you. Used to write me back every letter that I sent you. You wasn't my girl, but you used to pretend to. When I came home, let me beat it instrumental. Lame left you scarred, so I had to reinvent you. If you was a car, ride it like a Benz do. Grateful with the stars every time I come and get you. We be going hard every time you want a hint to. I was in the mix, acting like a savage. Got another, you told me I could have it. I know you was sick, so I double back to
grab you, so anything you wish, yeah, you can have it. You gon' fall through every time I call you. That's why I ball how I ball when I spoil you. We was in Miami, first time I saw you. I was in a phantom when I put up on you. It was late nights in the bando. You good, got you bustin' like you Rambo. And you keep it hood, so you really understand, oh. You was there through my ups and downs like a camel. Whoa. She just wanna ride with a shot though. None the rich and now done da. Knock 'em all down like dominoes. Made me tell 'em of a by my nose. Good girl, bad girl, smart city, mad world. She just wanna shine, whoa. And last night was mad real, sunshades, Advil. You all the time, won't fall through every time I call you. That's why I ball how I ball when I spoil you. We was in Miami, first time I saw you. I was in a phantom when I put up on you. It was late nights in the bando. You good, got you bustin' like you Rambo. And you keep it hood, so you really understand, oh. You was there through my ups and downs like a camel. She tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay.
Diamonds all on my gums. Talking my shit, I got runs. Holding my jeans like I'm grunge. Get that bitch in the buns. She suck on my till it's numb. Pockets is fat like the clumps. Rappers is looking like lunch. I'm making a meal when I munch. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Ooh, got a new loft in Harlem, you know. Fergie ain't moved to LA. Burberry on my collar. Ooh, diamonds they sit on my face. You don't want no problem. Ooh, Frankie B said I'm a blaze.
Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay.
All of you bitches is fool. If you the ops, you gon' be singing the blues. Feeling like Bishop and Juice. Word on my dude, this Jimmy Choo on my shoes. All of my niggas is max. This is a fact. This a no cap app. All of my bitches is bad. Word on my dad. They know we get to the bag.
Move my hips, okay. Tell him to go, do not tell him to stay. Hey, baby, it's okay. I have been having one hell of a day. Yay, sailing about all of my shades. Then I pull up in a cherry Mercedes. Yay, strawberry shortcake hair. Chinese bangs with my two braids. Ayy, straight from out of Queens, headed to Harlem now.
I got the pandemic gone and it's crawling now.
Already body plain Jane and we mobbing now.
That's cause all these fake try to rob my style.
Yo, these bitches really be slow. Tell them I'm Billy to go.
I'm getting that dope. My neck and my wrist really glow. My model all up in vogue.
All up in Vogue, caught in my Versace robe. Streaking my hair like I'm Rogue.
Do you know you better not tip on your toes? The grip in the 40 below.
Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay.
You know what it is. Welcome back, man. You know what it is? The morning coffee swig. So every day I'm gonna tell you something that's on my mind, something I've been thinking about, something I may have seen, something I've experienced, and it's what has me on the edge. So let's get into it. So I mean, I have conversations and dealings with people on a regular basis. And you know, we always say that everybody's different. We have to learn how to, and we need to learn our people, right? I guess where I'm going with the edge today is know what you're dealing with. Know what you're dealing with. I think we approach people often with the same approaches, with the same mentality, with the same tools in your bag. You handle each person the same way. If you did with 2 people in your life, you know that's not not the right way to do it. But I think we need to be patient and dig in your bag and use the tools that you're supposed to use with that individual to get the message across. People, because it's like they don't hear you. It's like you're speaking a different language. When you're dealing with each person, although we're all speaking English, each person has a communication method or a language. There's a way you could say the same thing to me a couple different ways and get different responses. You know what I say? You can say the same thing. You be like, well, no, that's what I said. Like, no, that ain't what you said. And you understand, you know it. As I'm saying this to you right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can say the same thing to me. Can you hand me that, please? Give me that. Boy, you better hand me that thing over there. Wait. Don't tell me I better do nothing. You better ask me to speak with reverence when you talk to me. So, that's a small example, but without divulging, I'm not gonna go deep into the conversation that I had yesterday and who I was having it with, but they were emotional about a topic, the way they received some information, and how they reacted to it, and I was like, all right, how can I get through to this person? Because there's normal tools that I would use with a rational individual or with anybody else is not going to work here. I got to speak their language. And so I encourage everybody to know what you're dealing with. So when you're talking to somebody and it doesn't seem like they're not getting it, or it seems like your conversation ain't going where you want it to go, think to yourself like, wait a minute, I'm not speaking their language. Who am I talking to? Like, what has been their life experiences? What if any position do they hold outside of this? Like, I'm telling you, all those things are factors of how you deal with people. Everybody don't speak the same language. In fact, you don't speak the same language. Like, some people are like, man, I'm easy going. You say whatever you want to me. There are very rare people that say that. But there's a way to get you to move. There are ways to get you to listen. There are ways to get you to willingly do things. Just choosing the right words. Again, when you approach this thing, when you approach people, know what you're dealing with. I say that, and I say that for to my guys too, fellas. This I think this comes up more when you're dealing with ladies too. And like, bro, just know what you're dealing with. That also can be how you make your decision of who you're gonna deal with. You're like, I can't deal with that one because I know how I am, and we're gonna clash, or we're always gonna miscommunicate. So let's just stop here. I've done that before. With it. Young lady be like, she fine, and I could deal with her. I mean, she's fine. I like her and all that, but this thing about her is not gonna work. We ain't gonna be able to communicate, or she got too much mouth, or something, like, for no reason. When I say too much mouth, I mean some people just are mouthy for no reason. Guys and girls, they ain't just women. No, I know what I'm dealing with. I know my language. I don't know what I'm dealing with. I'm not fooling with you. And that's real, man. So I say when you approach people, individuals, situations, if you get anything out of what I just said, know who you are dealing with. And that's what has me on the edge.
I love that. Hold on, let me get in on that a little bit. I love that. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I'm gonna tell you why I love it so much, y'all. Because it's not what you say to people sometimes, it's how you say what it is that you say. And you have to keep that universal, general part of you open. Leave it open. Because there's some people that don't know you like that. And it's some people that you can't handle or mishandle the way you do other people.
That's real.
And so you got to know the class of the person that you're dealing with. Because you can say something crazy to somebody and they'll accept it because, they don't really care how people deal with them. But when you're dealing with a different kind of person, when you're dealing with a person like me, I control how people deal with me and handle me. Because I'm a teacher how to do so. And so I'm very serious. Like, you can't just be like, shut up. Like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was certain things that I wasn't even brought up to do to older people that now that I'm older, I see why. It didn't have nothing to do with young people doing it to them. It was people, period. Don't handle me any kind of way. Don't speak to me any kind of way. Don't
I'm quick to tell somebody watch your mouth.
Yeah, watch your hand. Whoa, what you talking about? Bring it down a couple notches. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting too flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you don't want me to say that to you, I promise you need to watch how you talk to me.
Although I clearly know that those are fighting words.
Well, watch your mouth.
Tell somebody watch their mouth, but
yeah.
Because I'm fully prepared to slap you behind that. So when I say that, I've already decided that if you don't watch your mouth,
I might have to slap you.
I might have to slap you.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? There are some kind of consequences, but hey, bro, watch your mouth. What you say? You heard what I said? Watch your mouth. And sometimes, people be like, you know what? A rational individual be like, you know what? I'm out of line. Let me say it different. Yeah. You say it different. Right, but I'm quick to tell you watch your mouth. Know what you.
And see, as crazy as I am, I need somebody to tell me that sometimes, but it ain't never to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't speak crazy to people because I'm too empathetic to how they feel. Like, dang, this may hurt their feelings. I don't want people to speak crazy to me, so I don't talk crazy to people. I just cannot be disrespectful to people unless I do not like you. If I don't like you, you gonna know it, cause I don't. At this point, I don't care about you knowing. Yeah, you gonna earn that disrespect. I don't care about you knowing I don't like you. If I don't like you, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't many people that I don't like that I don't give the benefit of the doubt to. So if I'm disrespectful to you, I promise you caused that. That energy came from you. And yeah,
straight up.
Lower your tone when you're talking to me.
Straight up. You can just make. You're right.
And I'm respectful to you. So I feel like you need to be respectful to me, and we're gonna keep that energy on. We got one energy, and if we cross over there, we can go there, but we shouldn't have to. Because you should know how to deal with people. But I love that. I love what you was talking about. That was a dope edge. And necessary to
Thank you. Know what you're dealing with. Know what you're dealing with. All right. Speaking of knowing what I'm dealing with, I need to know what I'm dealing with locally in my own neighborhood. So let's get into our local swig. What you got for me today, Steph?
Yo, today's local swig is going to be brought to you by Uncle Larry's Restaurants. Yes, Uncle Larry's Restaurant right here, Chattanooga, Tennessee. It is a black-owned business, and it is on Martin Luther King. Yes, East Martin Luther King Boulevard. So, oh my God, y'all have no idea. The fish that's so good make you want to slap somebody. I ain't gonna say your mama, because I can't do that. So,
it do say smack 'em sauce.
But it is some smack'em sauce. It's so freaking good. Oh my God, I had it myself. I had it like a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't wait till a Tuesday or Wednesday to talk about it, because on Tuesdays and Wednesday they have the $8 fish sandwich meal, and you get the 2 side items with a fish sandwich and the drink and all that.
I'm about to come to Chattanooga.
Good. It's so
to go to Uncle Larry's.
Good. I'm so serious. It's so good. So they have several different locations. The one I'm more familiar with is 736 East MLK Boulevard, Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can order there online. It is a traveler's choice. 2020. They have already won a Traveler's Choice, but they got locations all the way in Ottawa. They have one on Highway 58 now, and then they have one right in the heart of downtown. So the cuisine there is American food, of course. You can get your lunch there. You can get your dinner there. Let's see, they feature okra, coleslaw, fish, onion rings, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes. Macaroni, greens. They got the soul food. They got the soul food. Y'all ain't hearing me. They got the soul food, and they got a 4.5
Gas up the whip.
star.
Gas up the whip. I'm on the way.
They are only 1.2 miles away from the Tennessee Aquarium as well. So if you know what the Tennessee Aquarium at, they're only 1.2 miles away from there, which lets you know the kind of all-around traffic that they have. They are also located right across the street from UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Phone number there is 423-757-5894. That's 423-757-5894. The last time I went into a Uncle Larry's, there were people coming from all over to get that fish sandwich. I promise you not. They wasn't even there just to get the fish sandwich. They was there looking over the menu, talking about ordering stuff for the entire office. And they weren't just black. When you hear soul food, you think this black. I think not. One of the reviews said fried fish was fantastic, hot, fresh, ready, crispy, not greasy. It's seasoned just right. Will make this a regular spot when we visit Chattanooga. That was just in August 2020. Also, it says excellent all around the world. What can I say? There is nothing to not like about this beautiful place. The food is out of this world, and all of the staff that we encountered was friendly, helpful, pleasant, and always glad to see you. I just love to eat here. These are reviews, and these people that leave, these are people that leave reviews. When I look at reviews, if I look at your review and this is the only review you left, I feel like that's your cousin. That's your cousin business, and you left them a great review for the sake of us. But if I look at your reviews and I see that you left 100 reviews or 10 reviews or 37, that lets me know that you are one of the people that, like me, that we resort to, we look at reviews as a reference to know whether or not it's something that we would want to, go, a place that we would want to go based on experience of somebody else. So if somebody else go in there and say, hey, this place is pretty mean, they're mean, rude, they don't want to be there, I ain't going there. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I like great customer service. So sounds like they got great customer service. And this is Uncle Larry's right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ottawa, Tennessee, and on Highway 58. So y'all gotta come
Highway 58.
Yeah. So you gotta come down here for some of this fish sandwich.
I'm super duper coming for a fish sandwich. Dama with a D. Dama.
Yeah.
So the reason we do this is because local travel will be all the rage right now because you can't go anywhere internationally. And since we cannot do that, we want you to enjoy your backyard, and we give y'all a local swig. If you have a business or a service that you would like for us to highlight, this is a segment where we would do that for our guests. So hit us up, and maybe we will promote your business. All right. I never understand why she does that. Moving on. Top swigs, man. We at the top of the hour. We usually give you swig of news. Second hour, we call it the top swigs. Give you the top news stories of the day. So what you got for me today, Steph?
Oh man, so the coronavirus cases are still growing. And I told you guys yesterday they were still growing in 11 of the U.S. states. They are warning that the disturbing data could continue to rise. It's already risen above the 5% mark where they thought it would stop. It did not stop there. It's continuing to rise. And another reason why it is continuing to rise because Hurricane Sally is a Category 2 storm that has come and made sure that people are going to have to evacuate and go to other places where there are going to be other people. And there's going to be clusters of people. And so the coronavirus case probably won't be going anywhere anytime soon because on top of that, the wildfires in Oregon, they are making people cluster as well and go to evacuation sites where there will be clusters of people and there are no precautions being taken in these locations because coronavirus is the last thing they're thinking about. The people in Oregon, the death toll is continuing to rise and they're still looking for bodies. They're searching for bodies. I promise you, the last thing they thinking about when they get to the specific areas where they're, taking refuge at, they ain't thinking about no mask. 100,000 acres burned in 1 week. The last thing they think about is a mask. Third of all, Donald Trump, he's hosting all of his rallies with no face mask, not one face mask. Now, of course, Biden, on the other hand, all of the campaign, trips and tours that he's been on, he's been wearing his face mask, and so have people in the audience. The Democrats are definitely masked up. I ain't saying all of them. I'm just saying majority of them are masked up. Donald Trump and the crew, child, they just out here. They all the way open with it. It's a lot going on with this whole situation because new audio have come out as well. And they're revealing some things about Donald Trump. Until I have that full entire story, I'm gonna leave that be. L.A., Compton, over this weekend, there's a video that went viral of the young man. It appears to be a young man going up to a police patrol car where two police officers were sitting in the patrol car and opened fire on them, shooting the woman in the neck and shooting the other another gentleman. The gentleman was 24 years old. He was both police officers. And let me tell you the crazy part. As the woman was shot in the neck, she still managed to get her partner out the car, drag him to safety, and cover him and call it in after being shot. Now, there's been a lot of tension going on between police officers, as well as, and that's just not police officers there. We're talking about police officers worldwide. There have been so much tension that has rose because of the police brutality, because the lack of justice within the Justice Department on behalf of the citizens and the police officers. At this point, the police officers are allowed to do whatever they want to do to us because there are no consequences. And here in LA, I guess, at this point, it's become us or them or us, because he went and shot the police officers while they were sitting in their police car. Now, at first, they started out with a $50,000 reward. If anybody know anything about this situation, it is now up to $100,000. So if you know who shot them, they are offering $100,000. Question, Jason, do you feel like somebody's going to come forth and say, hey, I know who did that?
No.
Right.
But let me say, I don't condone it. People just walking up on and firing in the car, but this is the environment that has been created, and nobody's listening. Been told this is like you said, creating a us versus them kind of situation. Yes. Don't condone. I ain't saying that. I'm saying go do it. But I understand.
My whole thing
I understand.
Is that I feel as though
you keep on stoking the fire, eventually the flame gonna go up, right?
Burn. Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
My whole thing is one thing about us like retaliating, but I feel like it's always unorganized. But it only takes us to mess up a couple of times before we get it right. So what you don't want us to do is get it right. Right now, you got people firing at, cops that ain't doing nothing. That's not causing any harm and probably doing the right thing. In a minute, when you go put your foot down or put your forearm down and you hitting people right here in Gwinnett County and right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and you beating the man and people are filming it, it's going to be happening on the spot.
Exactly.
Cause that's the one.
I don't know if y'all heard.
I
don't know if y'all heard what she's saying. She's saying during the act, somebody gonna start busting. Pop, pop beside. Hey, get off! Bah, get off! Bah. That's what's going.
Please, for the love of God. Cause when I'm seeing it on film,
you create this atmosphere.
I'm like, help him.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Help him. Even if, because, I mean, hey, it's a lot going on. I'm telling you now, I'm urging everybody to get your gun license. Because we don't know when they going to flip, and we don't know when we going to flip, per se. So, in that case, we all need to be ready, semi-ready, somewhat ready, somewhere up in that area protected. because this is a thing that just happened right here in Gwinnett County where a gentleman was just beat to death. Well, he didn't die. You know, I ain't gonna say beat to death to the point like he died. He did not die, but the way that they done him, you know, it's just terrible. Gentleman was in a Lyft drive, a Lyft ride. Talked about it yesterday. I'm talking about it again today until it's out of my system. I'm sorry, but the gentleman was in a Lyft ride amongst two children of his friend, and a cousin of his. The Lyft driver was pulled over because of a taillight issue, and then they were asked for ID. The Lyft driver, for some reason, didn't even have it, which makes it even more awkward. It's like, why are you not ready and prepare everything? Like, I'm confused. But anyway, he didn't have his, so they decided, hey, we're going to ask everybody in the car for their ID, which is pointless because if I get in the cab,
I still don't understand
if I ride
this.
a car to bus, if I get on a public transportation, in the public transportation, he don't got his ID. Why you not? His taillight fixed. It could have been anybody that come and got me. I'm at this point. I'm in the hands of a company. I need my ID unless there is something terribly wrong or dangerous. And at this point, this is not dangerous. A taillight is not dangerous. Traffic stops, no danger. Tactical gear and guns and all that for a traffic stop. It's not that deep. So at this point, you're asking them to give ID. The man say, I don't have my ID. However, if I did have it, why would I need to show it to you if I'm not even the one that's driving? All right, sir, you want to be a smart aleck? Get out of the car. Now they bring him out the car, toss him on the ground, and then they just start beating him up. Because that's all that's seen. They just start beating him up. Like literally, you got one man on top of him, all 200 and maybe 50 pounds on top of him, forearm on his face, pushing it to the pavement. Now at this point, you talk about an unarmed man with a pair of shorts on. Ain't no bigger than me. Once he dropped his weight on me in full force like that, ain't nothing I could do. I don't care about me screaming and moving around. The man can move around as much as he wants to. You got a whole bulletproof vest on top of you, laying all the weight down on you. It ain't nothing you could do. The police got a gun on him. He got a taser on him. He got everything, tactical gear on top of you. And he holding you, and he got his forearm on your jaw. You ain't really doing too much. But the man is screaming, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm finna die. Y'all trying to kill me. This is the stuff that he's saying. He's still kind of moving, but he ain't fighting. The other man is on top of those 300 and some, 200 and some pounds. Boom.
Punching him.
Punching him.
And all this.
I'm still trying to figure out what was you hitting him for. You had in your mind, in your heart, you had to been ready to get off. So you had to blow off some steam from something that probably had nothing to do with this man.
Telling you, psychological evaluations. They need to be done. It need to be done, but on a daily basis, weekly at minimum. Like, because it only take a day for you to be off, but that's why I think daily. Hey, before you when you clock in, answer these 5 questions. Now, granted, like any other system, you can't be the same 5 questions, so you gotta keep shaking it up because like any system, they'll be like, all right, I was good on the day that I answered like this, so I'm just gonna answer like this. And just gotta beat the test. But there need to be some kind of way to psychologically weed these people out early that have the potential to be like this.
But how do they do that? How do they monitor the facade of racism versus the facade of being psychologically impacted? Because
let's get into this because we said we was gonna talk about this today.
Oh, we might as well. Let's get into it.
It's time to sit around the table, stir the coffee pot, grab our coffee mugs, and have a little coffee talk. Yesterday, we got into the phrase defund the police. And simple with coffee talk is, what does defund the police mean to you? That's what coffee talk is today. What does defund the police mean? And why I want to make it that simple is because where I stand is I think that we talked about this today. This is how this all connects. We said that you got to know who you're dealing with. Watch your mouth. Say the right thing. Say it the right way. We said all this today. And a prime example of doing it wrong, in my opinion, was the chant "defund the police." Defund the police. And all the protests, we get these nice, cool buzzwords or buzz phrases that take life, that grow and just grow legs, and that's the face of the protests. So defund the police was the thing. They started spraying on things and putting it up on buildings and painting it and all that stuff. But I think what you're really trying to say is to demilitarize the police. They got all these tactical weapons for traffic stops and really basic things. Now, I don't claim to know the ins and outs of the spending of these police departments and from city to city. But I do know, I do see, I'm like, you got a tank. Why they got tanks? And rovers and all this extra G.I. Joe equipment. They got a lot of stuff. So the thing is, I think that boys grow up playing with these toys, playing with these devices and guns and things of that nature. Now you give it to me for real, and I don't really have a situation to use it. You start creating a situation, in my opinion. You be like, all right, hey, like the hotel thing that happened when that couple got tased and pulled out the room at the hotel. Before he did, he said, "Hey, you got a riot gun?" He said, "Yeah, I got one in the car." "Hey, man, go get one of them." It's like, you are going to get a riot gun for a little 5-foot woman. Now, the kid was pretty big, but still, and this guy that is posing no threat. You just want to use a riot gun. Because there ain't no riots happening in your city. You like, oh, man, hey, you got a riot gun? Why do you have one in the car? Why? Why do you have a riot gun? I really think that is, that's one of the cases to me. I think that we're using the wrong phrasing, in my opinion. I think we're chanting, and I think you can't get anywhere like this. I think, because you're always going to have somebody on the other side that's like, because defund means take money away. Mm-hmm. So that's all you hearing. Take my money. People will fight you tooth and nail for take my money. So when I hear that phrase, I always cringe. I actually cringe because I'm like, I don't see that's gonna work. I don't see it's gonna work. It may work, and when I say it's not gonna work, I don't think it's gonna work on a large scale. It may work here and there. You may get away with it, just like Steph was talking about earlier. Shut up. You can say shut up somewhere. Yeah, it ain't gonna work everywhere. And I feel like this is the same situation, that this stuff is gonna kind of work. But so the question again, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? I want to get back into the story where we were just talking about the situation in the Gwinnett, and the psychological evaluation, because I don't know if defunding, taking money away, I think reallocating the funds is a better situation. Like I said, the psych evaluations, to the testing that you have to do to get into it. Put some more money in that and make that more of a process, so you can weed out some of the people or the ex-military guys that you put in there just because they're ex-military, they make great cops. I don't think there's a direct correlation. No, it ain't. In my opinion, I don't think you immediately be like, oh man, he was a soldier, he'd be a great cop.
Go ahead. There's so many different ways that this topic could even be discussed or talked about. One, we can continue to talk about all of the things that they're doing wrong. but that has no result. That has no end result at the end of the day because we
Correct.
seeing what they doing wrong. The problem is their own kind is not acknowledging what they're doing wrong. So if you guys feel that it's okay the way that they treat people, do it over there. How about we take some of those funds instead of defunding the police, because we don't really take their money like that. Because they're gonna get it back anyway. They're gonna find a way to sneak it back in, and then we still gonna be paying them our money regardless of what. And that's me thinking from a criminal standpoint, because every show and every movie that we see, it's always, the cops finding a way to make sure they got their money and to take home to their family and support their family and to live that lifestyle, whatever it is they choosing to do. On the other side of that, give us the police officers that we need that can secure us, or just let us serve us protect us. Because if this is the thing, like you police officers, you're right. The justice system, you're right. We ain't saying you're wrong, but what we saying is, if that's the way that you think policing and servicing black people, you can do that in your mind, but do it over there to your kind. That's all I'm saying. You can serve your people. And I hate to make this feel like it's a black and white issue, but it's a black and white issue. Send our black police officers to us and let them police us. Because at one point, we were doing just fine when we were servicing our own community. We were protecting our own community. We was doing everything we needed to do for our own. That's how the gangs even got started in the beginning. The gangs were there to put a system in progress that case anything that jump off within our communities, then we were the ones to call. We were the ones that was going to come and say, all right, you wrong, you need to chill out, you need to go to jail, this, whatever the case may be. Because there are a general jail for all wrong. Now, everybody ain't wrong. And everybody don't need to go to jail. And everybody don't need to be beat up. And everybody deserve the right to make it home at the end of the day. The same way y'all scared of black people, we scared of the law. Because it shouldn't be no reason that you scared of us. It really shouldn't be no reason that we scared of you. We pay y'all. How we gonna pay y'all to kill us?
Yeah, the fear system.
So when we say defund, it means to take our money and allocate it towards us. Send us in to police and govern us. Because we the only ones that can mentally understand who we are. That's why we say white people would never understand who black people are. Because look at why. If I'm drunk and you pull me over, just in Atlanta, if I'm drunk and you pull me over and I'm belligerent, and I'm telling you,
what you're dealing with.
Got a birthday party tomorrow, and I was asleep. I ain't mean to fall asleep. All of that, even that little bit right there. Matter of fact, I'll walk home. I'm in my right mind enough to know that I can make it home tonight. My mind ain't automatically thinking that I need to go to jail or that I need to be killed. This is a country where we're supposed to be free. The U.S. is supposed to be free. We see people walking around drunk all the time. You can't be picking and choosing. Because if that's the case, it wouldn't be no homeless people on the street. Because all of them would be dead or in jail. Don't pick and choose who you want to kill.
Bring it back. So you're saying that if you allocate the funds in the right places, you have the right people policing the right communities.
Exactly. And I think that is something that needs to be discussed and talked about. Now, granted, we may have, I ain't saying we need all
Do you think
to
I'm about to
police
say
just black people?
I'm about to say, do you think that a Hispanic, white man, or Asian man, any other culture can and cannot police each other's neighborhoods? Like a black man can't police a white neighborhood? Although that's not the problem. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that problem, but we're seeing the problem the other way around.
I'm on a 50-50 with that. I'm going to tell you why. Because one of the officers that helped to kill George Floyd, He should have been over there.
He was.
I don't care.
Yeah. He was.
He should have been over there. That's a see.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Quite.
This right here, that prime example.
He was.
That little bit, that come see, come saw, so French. Yeah. What I'm saying is, with that, if that's the case, then you have some that have something to prove to the white part of the force, the people that's been in the force for a long time, and they do things the way.
You saying they feel a need to prove something?
They feel a need to prove something, and in doing so, they will do just about whatever. They will cover up just about whatever. We seen it with Training Day. But normally with Training Day, it's the other way around. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Ain't never been black. He always done been white. So the little cop that made it out the hood was supposed to be black. But the fact that they switched this scenario around, that's how we looked at it. But who else could play that part better than Denzel anyway? Right is right, wrong is wrong. We got a chance to see it from that perspective. But at the end of the day, it should have been twisted. Now, do I feel like other ethnicities can service our community? Do they need to? No, they don't need to. But if we already had a system in progress and a system in place, and then we start incorporating after maybe 2 to 3 years, and we see we vet them, know that in their heart, if something happens, you're responsible, and this is why we let you to come into this community, this kind of community anyway, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because now we can hold you accountable for that. But we knew who you were. We know that it wasn't racist. We knew your back was against the wall. We knew you was really, truly, you had to be scared for real. Or the situation got so far out of control that you had to resort to this, that, and the third. Like, we can justify that. But you're talking about a big old pool of the KKK that's now letting a couple brothers in, a couple of Hispanics in, and all, you know, like you just let a couple of us in anyway. And then the ones that you send out there into the world, they become your brother, and your brother's keeper. So
now they blue.
They just kind of like
now they blue. They not that blue is. Ain't no
blue
people. They blue now. Ain't no blue people. I staying on task here with. I do think it's allocating even management to the things you're talking about. I think there's. Just like any business, though, there's people that's overwhelmed with whatever it is they're doing that they ain't even focusing on these things. Solutions. You hit the nail on the head. We know what's going wrong. Let's talk about, and we know what was being done wrong. How many conversations are being had about solutions, and then how much action is being put to solution? We don't need more guns. They don't need more guns. Like, how much time is being spent on developing non-lethals? How much money is being spent on developing non-lethals? How much money is being spent on continuous training? I think that's a thing. There should be money allocated to, all right, every 5 to 6 months or every 3 months, so quarterly.
Right. Every
quarter. You got some kind of retraining. All right, this is verbal confrontation training. Then you got hand-to-hand combat. Then you got proper use of weapons, non-lethal. Like, have all of these trainings happening on a regular basis so it's fresh. And it's continuously fresh. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Hey man, did y'all enjoy the we had the hand-to-hand combat, we had the MMA fighters come in and teach us things or whatever it is. I think there should be some kind of
rhetorical vibes, though. That gives me rhetorical vibes.
Every other industry is not rhetorical, but every other is cyclical more than it's not rhetorical. It's cyclical. Every other industry you got to retrain all the time.
You do have to retrain, and I'm sure they have that though.
Every other industry.
I'm sure they have that. With all the police officers that I be talking to, they always.
I've talked to. They say they have not.
Okay, so the ones that I talked to in not Gwinnett County, but it's right next to Alpharetta, they always talk about how they're having this kind of training.
They terrible.
That kind of training.
They terrible.
What is it doing? It's not real life training. Then maybe I think the training needs to go outside the doors of the police office.
Correct.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
It needs to be hand to hand. That's out there in the community.
that's why I said the money needs to be reallocated, because it definitely needs to be outside. It can't. None of this stuff can
That
be
makes
internal.
sense.
The investigation shouldn't be internal, although there's a such thing as an internal affairs. Shouldn't be no investigation should be internal. I think that like the training should be an external entity. All of that should be.
Okay.
So move the money around is what I'm saying. Move the money around. Don't just keep on doing the same thing, or just keep buying more lethal weapons and being like, all right, go on out there. Here's a gun. You a cop. I feel like that's what's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Here's a gun. You a cop. What did somebody say? It said it takes longer to become to get your cosmetology license than it does to become a cop.
Yeah, it do.
It take longer to learn how to do lashes than it does to learn how to police the people. Come on, man.
Terrible.
Come on, man. That's gotta. It's awful.
Because this is the thing, as a mother, and me sending my black son out here and him driving and stuff like that. That conversation.
Oh yes, another thing.
That conversation is probably one of the most disheartening, saddest conversation that I ever had. Like, I don't even want to say it. Like, I don't even want to have
When you got to do that.
conversations with him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to have that conversation, because it's a contradiction to everything that I've taught him. Be who you are. Be authentic. Use your manners. Da, 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 da. He know that since kindergarten. Me reiterating this so that he can come home and not die. So he won't get beat up and attacked by the police, and then charges stacked against him that we can't afford financially to get off of him. Because there's the way to make sure these kids or these young men never see the light of day again. All you got to do is stack the charge so high that we can't afford it as a family. It ain't enough fish we can fry to get the money to get a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? To get some of these charges off these boys. Just like the one that just happened in Gwinnett County. He's screaming and hollering for his mother, and lo and behold, the charges that they put on him, those were felony charges. If the video hadn't went viral, that young man was still
just got out.
in jail. He just got out.
He just got granted bond.
His lawyer
Yes,
did a
sir.
press conference, like, let him out. These charges are false allegations. We see the video. But had the lawyer had the video not went viral first, and then the people started complaining. And then they had to get an attorney, but the attorney obviously probably seen the video and implemented himself into this situation. And had he not went public with it, exposing, the unlawfulness of Clayton County, he would be still in jail on felony charges that, again, the family cannot afford financially to get off of him. Not long that those charges carry in prison. Out of here.
So let's get into. Well, there was a comment about. I'm gonna read the whole comment there, but she said they need more black police. I want to talk about that a little bit. The imaging, like we say, know who you're dealing with. There's not enough positive recruiting right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if I was a kid, it's nothing that looks like I want to become that. I want to join that. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder, and I don't know the answer right now, is how do we get to your point too, is about getting them to police our own neighborhoods. We need more of them. Now in Atlanta, it's a lot of them because there's a lot of black people, period. But everywhere else, just overall, the recruiting and the product that you're selling, hey, grow up and be a cop. You got terrible marketing right now. Terrible marketing, especially for black people. I don't know the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of, because somebody has to have this extreme self-worth or want to help to want to be a cop anyway. That's how it's supposed to be. I know I'm fully aware that it's gotten to the point where people just need a job. They're like, well, I can go be a cop. Fully aware of that. But how do we get more little black women and little black kids and or girls and boys to want to grow up to be cops and actually do it? How do we do that? Does that go into defunding, quote and defunding, or reallocating funds? That's a question. So let me read some of these comments. Oh, we had more comments than I thought. We definitely need more black police officers. Defund the police to me means allocate more money to services that prevents police intervention. That's better mental health facilities and treatment, better drug prevention programs and addiction treatment programs and youth engagement programs. That is a task. This is my question, my thing about that. I agree. That's a task somebody has to take on, though. You know? Or are we saying that needs to be regulated and be like, this is mandatory. You got this many houses in this area. There should be a drug prevention center. There should be a addiction treatment. Like, maybe that's the answer. Because it kind of like, we got too many mattress firms. I believe they selling drugs anyway. So I think that in every neighborhood, when they build a neighborhood, instead of always putting a mattress firm, they need to be an addiction treatment center. I'm making a joke of it, but I'm serious. I think there should be that should be mandatory and as they build areas, because just based on statistics. Statistically, this many people, this is how many on average, how many addictions or drug challenges you will have in this area, mathematically. And that's what we need to do. That's an option. That's an option. I think that's a way to get into it. I gotta keep on reading these comments. I don't know, it went away for whatever reason. Go ahead, Steph. You got a comment on your page right now?
Well, I've got plenty of comments on mine, but
so read me one.
Let me get to it. Because what I'm thinking in my mind right now, y'all have nothing. I get so mad.
As a parent, it's hard to tell your child when you are stopped by the police and they start to beat you, don't fight back. Because that is the charge. If resisting arrest, that becomes tacked on to the makeup charges for you while you were stopped. Who wants to tell a child that? Hands up, follow the orders, and don't fall in the trap of getting an attitude. It is hard.
Again,
that's mom's
that goes to what I was saying as far as like having that conversation with your children. It's hard to have that conversation with them because you know how they are, you know who they are, and you know they're still growing mentally. You know what I'm saying? They haven't even gotten it all the way yet. Like to even talk to another, adult that is criticizing them or antagonizing them, or they friend, let alone a police officer. They're gonna be scared crapless. And so they liable to make the wrong move being nervous and scared like that. Ain't no way to do it besides, give them the harsh realities of, you could possibly be killed. So when you ask that question, like,
I mean, if somebody start beating on you,
officers, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, somebody start beating on you or being aggressive with you, I mean, just fighting is gonna be pretty much second nature. Bottom line.
Your body will naturally do that.
Yeah, that's gonna be second nature. You're gonna bowl your back. You're gonna.
If I can get a punch in, I'm gonna get one in because I'm naturally in defense mode, and my defense mechanism probably ain't gonna be to just ball up. My defense is going to be to fight off my attacker. You know what I'm saying? At this point, if you're attacking me and I did nothing wrong, but I can't prove I didn't do anything wrong, I'm the bad guy. That's crazy to me.
Spend the money on consequences. That's what we need to do. Spend the money on consequences. If you have some consequences, people stop doing stuff. I said that before, and I believe that's the answer to everything. If you have some consequences, now listen, there's consequences to things as a civilian, and people don't stop. So you will have a percentage that's gonna do whatever they're gonna do. You have some more consequences though, there'll be a second thought, like, this ain't worth it. Because the way they do things with bravado, with such bravado, believing that nothing is going to happen to them. They believe there's no way you're doing stuff. You got cameras on you. There's no way you're doing stuff and think that I could possibly get in trouble, lose my job, lose my career, and continue down the path that you're on. There's no way. You got to be believing that this ain't nothing gonna happen to me. You can't tell me different. You can't tell me different. That's something you gotta believe.
Now
That's the
you
only way
posed the question and you said, how do we get more black police officers? And how do we make these children and if we defund the police, allocate some of those funds to help our kids to, I guess become police officers. I don't
and to plant our people in our neighborhoods is what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah. But how do we get the kids to unsee what they done already seen happen?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't get these kids to unsee this stuff, and I don't like the comeback that white people have. Oh, well, white people die based on police officers too. Okay, if y'all okay with it, and you're mad that
I don't understand that
you doing it to us unlawfully. If you okay with it happening in your community, do it over there.
No, I don't understand that I don't understand that comment or that comeback from people because great. I'm glad you said that. You should be on this side of the fence too. Hey, stop killing us. Us can mean whatever it means to you.
To you, right?
It's to you. That's how you can unite that thing. Be like, yes, stop killing us. Agreed. Yeah. Us may not mean black people to you, but I don't care because you just need more numbers on this side. Yeah. Yes, I want to stop killing black people. That's what I care about. You might care about they killing a bunch of Romanians in your eyes. Great, but your shirt still say stop killing us. And I think that if you can find some level of, because those numbers go up. Our numbers go up. Mm-hmm. I think I said as black people also need to be like, well, you can't say you can't be here. Hey, we quick to be like that. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be here either. It's not true. So, nonetheless, man, we got to get out of this thing. We have these coffee talks for a reason.
Yeah, we
had these coffee talks for a reason. It's a longer conversation. It's a longer conversation. But we added some things to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We didn't stay on the defund. It's a bunch of other things, and that's gonna happen every single time. But that also is the problem, Steph. I'm telling you, the problem is we can't stay on topic because you're like, hey, you keep saying defund the police. What does that mean? That's the question. Defund the police. What does that mean? So, but people are like, well, what about this and what about that? The lesson here is stop getting off subject too. We got to stay on each one of these because they're all different subjects with layers. The stop. Well, hey, you do a routine stop and you beat somebody up. That's a whole nother subject. It's connected, but it's also another subject. And I think that is the thing. That's why we're going to continuously have a problem with all of these movements and all these not even movements, these challenges, is because if we can't stay on and identify what the real problem is, we can't address it. Yeah. Defund the police is just a catchphrase. Because the people that are saying it, half of them don't know what it means. Because the question is always, then what? All right, defund the police, great. All right. Then what? And how much is quoted is created is considered defunded? Because when you're saying defund, you're saying this is access funds. This is not your payroll. So how much of it is above your actual operating costs? It gets into a whole nother conversation. It gets a lot deeper and mathematical. You know me, it's always gonna get mathematical somewhere. But anyway, we had these conversations so you guys can continue the conversation in your homes, amongst yourselves, amongst your friends and family, and maybe you can define it. Define what does it mean? And then once you can define it, then maybe you can go to the town hall meeting and you can go to your local city hall or write a letter and say, this is what defund the police looks like, and put in your proposal. I think that's how this thing will get changed.
Statistics to that. Approximately 38% of murders, 66% of rapes, and 70% of robberies and 47% of aggravated assaults go uncleared every year. What are the
what y'all been doing? So what you doing?
I'm just throwing that out there. Because we're talking
All
about
I heard when you said that, you
will,
made it mathematical. You know what I heard? If you're a criminal, you be like, all right. So a lot of these go away. So you know what? I'm gonna go down this direction because statistically, I got a better chance of getting away with this than that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Sadly, that's sad. That's sad. I think they're so fixated on repeating the history.
Good work.
That's what I
Fixated.
That's what I really think they are doing, and like the fact that they are doing that, they're doing it in the same harsh way, and we're but what they fail to realize is that we're a lot smarter now than we were back then. We have a lot more resources now.
If you think I'm smarter now.
In Compton, they're a lot more physical.
Wait until tonight, girl.
If that energy decides to spread from state to state, just know, I think we tried to have a reasonable conversation.
We tried.
Rationalize some of this out.
We tried. Hey man, we gotta get ready to get out of here. Happy birthday to my goddaughter. It's her birthday. Rain, happy birthday.
Girl,
It's her
that
birthday.
came to the station.
Yes.
It sure is, because I had some notifications of pictures of her and I for her birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Yep, it is her birthday. So she's still like, when we going to Virginia? I gotta take her back up the road. What else is going on? Oh, that today's holidays. It's not really National Caregivers Day. So shout out to those who are in-home caregivers and those that are basically just caregivers in general. It's your day. Get ready day. Steph always say if you always come ready, you don't got to get ready. So it's Get Ready Day. Take place on the third Tuesday in September. And International Dot Day. So you want your dots, you can do that. And it's Double Cheeseburger Day. That's the other one. I knew it was something else I want to tell about this. Double cheeseburger. It's a lot of holidays on this day. I don't know what's so special about this particular day. World Afro Day, National Thank You Day. It's a lot of holidays today. So celebrate those days. Celebrate each other. That's the only reason I tell you about that. Today we gotta get out of here. Today do it big.
Before you say that, Breonna Taylor just got a settlement and came in at 9:53 this morning. It's in the millions, but there has been a settlement made in the case of the wrongful death.
You tell them tomorrow.
So now we can put that. No, I'm gonna give them the full story tomorrow.
We gotta get out of here. Today do it big.
Enjoy the taste of life.
Take a drink, take a sip, take a swig, and we out.